Today we're going to be building this beautiful thing inspired by an amazing designer. And before we get started, take a peek at what the finished product is going to look like. And if you like what you see, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, because we have tons of Editor X content and tutorials and tips and tricks on this channel. So with that said, let's get started. So with this said, what we have here, let's just go to our layers. We have a singular section. We have a singular container that has another container within it, and basically a whole bunch of individual photos that we basically took from Wix. Gives us those assets. We don't have to go out and get them. So if I hide this container, just don't display, we have all of these images just centered behind our container here. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is we are just going to open up a new page. We're going to start this puppy from scratch. And so I am going to make a new page here. We're just going to call this hover tut. All right, so what we're going to go ahead and do is we are going to delete our header and footer. We do not need those. And we are going to just do a 100% vertical height for our section. And we are going to refresh so I can actually see the changes that I've made to that section actually appear. I am going to, first off, I'm going to make this page our home page, so we don't run into any problems every time I refresh. It goes to the other page. I'm going to very quickly create or add to our page some images. I'm just going to scale this to about this size, and I'm just going to make sure that they're centered. I'm going to change the image. I've already saved the site photos that I wanted. All I literally typed in was mockup. All I did was type up mockup, and I've saved a couple of these photos that I like that have to do with UI or product design. So I have saved them in my boards and in my favorites. So I'm just going to open this up, and I am going to start just updating these here. So Control D, center this photo again, change image, and just adding in our photos here. Control D, bringing them back to the center, change image, rinse and repeat. Do this. What I might do is I am just going to quick add container. I'm going to scale this by itself without the photos being in here. I'm then going to select all of the images, holding shift in my layers panel. I'm gonna Control X, select my container, Control V. Now all of the photos are inside of our container, much easier. This container, we are going to reduce the background to 0 opacity, and perfect. So we have our background container with our images at the correct size that we want. Now we're going to go ahead and create this box here, or this container. So I'm going to hide this container. We don't need this for right now. We're going to set this to don't display. And we are going to go ahead and right click, quick add container. And we're gonna give this a 400 by 400 sort of sizing. So 380 by 380. That still feels kind of small to me, but maybe we'll keep it at this. But to begin with, I am going to set the background of this to white. We're gonna grab a border. We're gonna give the width to be 1. And our color for the border, we're gonna do a little bit of a light gray. Just like that. As you guys can see, we have a little bit of a light outline. We have a little bit of a bottom orange here, and that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and add those things here. So first off, I do want to actually apply a grid to this container. I'm going to do a 2 by 2, and I'm going to pull this over for the content over here. We're going to have some space over here for our arrow and space over here for that little /1. And we're gonna bring this down here just for our words. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm actually gonna go to our plus here, go to decorative, and find a horizontal thick line, just like this. I'll pull this in, scale it to about here, maximize it to its full width. I'm going to undock everything so I can actually use my alignment tools. So when I used this, when I stretched it, right? My alignment tools right here are disabled. So what I had to do is I had to undock everything, and now my alignment tools are accessible to me. So I'm going to align this to the bottom, And now we are going to go to my design tab and pick our lovely orange. We're gonna add our text here. We're gonna add our title. And I have no idea what the words were. What was it? Device mockups. So we're gonna copy that, paste, scale this to be the proper size. And we are just going to change the font. We're gonna do, this font is called DIN. This is the same font that is on the Tesla website. Actually, I think it's DDIN. Yeah, DDIN, there we go. And we're just gonna do DDIN bold. We're gonna have a vertical spacing of about 1. And we are going to make this about, let's make this 35 pixels. And we are going to make the margin be in pixels. We'll do 35 pixels from the left and 35 pixels from the bottom. A negative 35. There we go. Actually, we might actually reduce that. So I'm gonna use my arrow keys. I think that's good for us. All right, now what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm going to right click, quick add paragraph. I'm just going to do a / enter and a 1, Control A to select all. And I'm just gonna bold this. I'm gonna squeeze this. Pull this over here, edit text. We're going to reduce the auto or our spacing here to, again, just 1, hit enter, find a spot that I like, and I'm going to change this to our lovely orange. Edit text, boom, and boom. We need one more thing to add. We need to do a quick add, a shape, and this is where we're going to grab our arrow. So I'm going to just type in arrow here. And we're gonna grab a nice elongated arrow. I think this works. We'll pick this one. Doesn't matter if it's downwards. Now, the arrow is a little stretched, so I'm gonna go to our cogwheel here. I'm gonna keep proportions. I'm gonna make sure that's selected. And I am gonna go to our layouts here, scroll down to adjust, and rotate this about, we're gonna do negative 90 degrees. Perfect. We're gonna scale this a little bit. And we're gonna pull this into our little our right quadrant. Make sure that it's horizontally and vertically aligned with our content here. Now what we're gonna do for this initial state, we're actually gonna set this a 0 opacity. So I'm gonna go to design here, and I want the opacity and color to actually be 0. Because if we take a look over here, you cannot see the arrow until it is hovered, or until we hover on the actual container. So we have pretty much everything made. All of our assets are on the artboard, or not on the artboard, are made. All we need to do now is create our hover interaction. And before we do that, what I wanna do is I wanna show our container again. And I want to add this container inside of the first container we made. And the reason I'm doing that is because we want one element, when it is hovered, to activate all of the things within it. So I'm going to Control X this container, select our initial container, Control V, perfect. And now we have one container. Once it's hovered, we'll control everything else that's within it. And I'll show you how we do that. So we are going to call this, we'll just call this main hover container. And what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna select this. We are then gonna go over to our interactions over here, click this, and we want to add a trigger. We want a hover. And what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna affect this element, or really everything else that is on the canvas that we select. So we're gonna go ahead and choose this, and we are gonna select everything that is within this container. Just holding Shift and selecting everything here. I'm gonna select done, and now I get to select what is the effect that I want to apply to everything I've basically just selected. And now there are some presets, but right here what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna click on custom, and we're going to call this hover card effect. You guys can name it whatever you want. Start designing, and now what this allows me to do is I get to design what happens on hover. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is, first off, I'm going to take our container's color from white to black. And we get to say basically how long or how short we want that animation to be, as well as what type of easing I want. We're gonna keep it ease in and ease out. We're going to edit the text. So I'm selecting the text. I want the text to turn white. Next thing is we're gonna select our arrow here. And we are going to, we want the opacity to be 100%. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna go to initial state. So next thing I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna go to these images next. It's gonna be a little bit difficult to move these images with my mouse manually. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is use the right-hand side tools to actually move them with the X and Y translate. And then once I remove them from underneath that card, then I can manually move them. Okay, hover state, we have our black. We're gonna actually increase the scale of our container here so it looks like it's coming a little bit forward. So we're gonna scale this to 120 pixels or 120 by 120%. Maybe 110 is fine. Or maybe we'll rotate it a little bit. Maybe we'll rotate it about like, maybe 1.5. Now let's go back to our images and let's pull these out again using our translation. Let's pull this out here. We're gonna do about 2% rotation, negative 10% rather. Pull this out, negative 180. Pull this out, 10% rotation, negative 10. Pull this here, and last one, 180. There you go. All right, so now I'm just going to mess around with the rotation. Let's do negative 10. Let's do negative 15, negative 25. Just trying to find the right amount of rotation, ladies and gentlemen. Negative 35, see what that does. Okay. So now we kind of have all of these things somewhat circulating. Now I'm going to just order the layers just a little bit. And of course you guys can take the time to organize and things of that nature. But what I want to do next is I want to deal with these timings. Because if we just take a peek at what we have right now, I'm gonna go ahead and hit done. Let's preview this. Oops. Container, trigger, aha. So we did already add a trigger, but we need to add our interaction that we created. So we're gonna go to effect and we're going to select the hover card effect that we made, hit done. Now we can go to preview. So this is what we have. Now, a couple things that we want to fix here is the timing in which these cards come out, the timing in which this text changes to white. We wanna get rid of this gray border. We wanna add a shadow, and that orange arrow we want to pop up. So first things first, let's go here. Let's fix this arrow. Color, we want to set to 100 and we want it to be orange. Okay, let's go back to our main cover animation. Let's go to our effects here. We're gonna go back to edit. We are on our, let's go to our initial state. And we want to set this arrow to 0 opacity. So it will be invisible on the initial state. Now, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna switch back to hover card effect. We are going to we're gonna click our container here, our black one. We're gonna go to our border. We're going to turn off the width because we don't want a border on this piece. We are going to then now work on our timing. So I'm gonna click timing here so I get this little panel. And I want to edit our text here first. And I want this to be the first thing or the quickest animation. I don't want it to take 0.3 seconds. So I'm gonna do 0.1, hit enter. And this whole timing thing, what I love about it is it sets the fastest animations at the top here so you can see sequentially what is going to happen first and all the way to what's gonna happen last. So boom, we have 0.1. We're also going to set this to 0.1. And now we are going to basically make a cascading animation. This card, we want it to come out first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. So we're gonna click on this card, find it in our timing. So we're gonna do, this is going to be 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7. All right, and let's just diagnose. Let's see what happens. We're gonna go ahead and hit done. Let's go to preview, and let's see what we have. There we go. Very clean. What we can do, if you guys see this, there's like a little bit of a glitch when it comes to the border. What we're gonna do there, and we also wanna add a shadow. So we're gonna go back to edit site. We're gonna deal with that border. So we're gonna set this back to 1. But rather, we're gonna change the color to black so it has a little bit of a smoother transition. We're gonna add a shadow, we're gonna enable this. We're gonna give it a little bit of an angle. Distance, let's go ahead and make that. We're gonna increase the size a little bit. The blur. And we're gonna reduce the opacity just a little bit. And we're gonna click done. Preview. We're looking good. It's very nice, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm really excited to see what you guys produce with this. So ladies and gents, that is it for today's tutorial. I hope you guys liked this episode. If you did, you can find more build from scratch website tutorials with me right here, or you can find more Editor X tips and tricks in this playlist over here. With that said, I hope to see you guys in another video. And of course, if you liked this episode and what we're doing here on this channel, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one.